The 1980s brought us rhinestone suits, neon lights, and a shifting country sound. Some songs flopped at first, misunderstood by radio, ignored by critics, even rejected by fans. But then, something changed. One by one, these tunes rose from the ashes through jukebox spins, barroom sing-alongs, and second chances on the charts. Here are 10 country songs from the 80s that started off as flops and turned into legendary hits. Number 10, I Was Country When Country Wasn't Cool by Barbara Mandrell. It didn't strike gold right away. In fact, when Barbara Mandrell first performed this song live in 1981, many critics saw it as too gimmicky. Released by MCA Records, it barely made an initial dent on the radio. Some country purists dismissed it as too slick, too tailored for TV.
I remember singing with Roy Rogers at the movies when the...
But that performance, featuring George Jones on vocals, was recorded live at the Grand Ole Opry. Slowly, it began to spread like wildfire. Soon, it echoed from AM radios in Chevy pickups to taverns filled with line dancers. It climbed the Billboard Hot Country chart and hit number 1. Over time, it became a country anthem for staying true to your roots before country was cool.
Now look at everybody trying to be what I was then.
From overlooked novelty to cultural badge of honor, Barbara Mandrell turned this flop into a timeless declaration. Number 9, Highwayman by the Highwaymen.
I was a highwayman along the coach road.
When four legends, Cash, Willie, Waylon, and Christopherson, teamed up in 1985, you'd expect instant success. But their debut single, Highwayman, didn't get a thunderous welcome. Some stations didn't know how to program it. Was it folk?
I sailed a schooner around the Horn of Mexico.
Rock? Was country ready for a reincarnated soul in a spaceship? Originally written by Jimmy Webb and released by Columbia Records, the song confused more than it captivated. But as fans discovered the lyrics' strange beauty and haunting storytelling, momentum built. And the names behind it didn't hurt.
I slipped and fell into the wet.
The song climbed to number 1 on the Hot Country chart, and the Highwaymen became a supergroup for the ages. What started as a curiosity turned into a movement, and Highwayman became one of the decade's most unforgettable epics. Number 8, 80s Ladies by K.T. Oslin. In 1987, K.T. Oslin wasn't a household name. At 45, she was considered too old to break through, and 80s Ladies didn't grab programmers out the gate. Released on RCA, the song was almost shelved after lukewarm testing. It didn't fit the mold, too reflective, too subtle, and with a spoken intro that puzzled some. But then women listened. And then everyone did. Across office radios and kitchen counters, this song about friendship, aging, and womanhood struck a nerve. 80s Ladies hit number 7, won Oslin a Grammy, and launched her as a new kind of country voice, seasoned, sharp, and full of soul. It didn't explode overnight, but once it did, it never let go. Number 7, Love in the First Degree by Alabama. Even Alabama had their doubters. When they dropped Love in the First Degree in 1981, some critics called it too pop for country radio. Released by RCA, it was slick. Harmony heavy, and far from the honky-tonk grit dominating the charts. For a moment, it seemed destined to be forgotten. But then the fans took over. At state fairs, high school dances, and even weddings, The song became a slow burn anthem. It reached #1 and became one of Alabama's signature tracks. What radio hesitated to push became an undeniable smash, proving once again that fans decide the hits, not the critics. Number 6. Old Flames Can't Hold a Candle to You by Dolly Parton. When Dolly released this cover in 1980, it didn't make a huge splash at first. Written by Patricia Rose Siebert, Keisha's mother, and Hugh Moffett, the song had already been recorded by Joe Sun and Brian Collins without much fanfare.
Downtown tonight, I saw an old...
Even with Dolly's name, some thought it was just filler on the Dolly, Dolly, Dolly album. But Parton's glowing delivery, softer than usual, aching and intimate, slowly drew attention. Fans requested it. DJs started spinning it again. It hit #1 on the Billboard Country chart, and decades later, it became a beloved standard, covered again by Keisha and reintroduced to a new generation. Proof that no flame ever truly dies in country music.
Then I feel you beside me, and even better.
If these comeback stories are bringing back memories, go ahead and tap that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We post nostalgic country countdowns every week to keep the golden years spinning. Number 5. Crying My Heart Out Over You by Ricky Skaggs.
'Cause I'm crying my heart out over you.
Ricky Skaggs had bluegrass roots, but when he recorded this Flattened Scruggs song in 1981, few expected it to hit big.
Off somewhere the music's playing soft.
Even Epic Records didn't push it hard. It sounded too traditional for the urban cowboy moment country was in. But it was honest, pure. Listeners gravitated to its aching fiddle lines and high lonesome harmony. One spin led to another.
Now I'm crying my heart out.
The song climbed to #1, Skaggs' first chart topper, and just like that, traditional country was back in the spotlight. What was seen as a dated sound became the start of a revival. Number 4. Killin' Time by Clint Black.
Mad if I cross that line.
Before Clint Black broke out, his 1989 debut single, Killin' Time, was almost dismissed. Radio programmers feared it was too introspective for summer playlists.
You were the first thing that I thought of.
Critics worried he lacked the flash of Garth Brooks or Travis Tritt. But Clint had something else: storytelling. Released by RCA Nashville, the track gained traction from grassroots buzz. Live shows, word of mouth, and jukeboxes did the work.
Drinking myself blind.
It peaked at #1 and stayed there, cementing Clint Black as a leader in the neo-traditionalist wave, not flashy, not hyped, just a slow-burning smash that changed the game. Number 3. Swingin' by John Anderson. In 1983, Swingin' was almost passed over as a novelty tune. Anderson's team debated whether it fit the serious tone of his album. Warner Brothers Records didn't expect much, and it was nearly buried. But the bouncy rhythm, front porch storytelling, and Anderson's unmistakable twang struck a chord. Within weeks, it became the fastest-selling country single in Warner Brothers history. It climbed to #1, sold over 1 million copies, and turned John Anderson into a household name. It was playful, yes, but it had heart, and fans knew a hit when they heard one. Number 2, 7-Year Ache by Rosanne Cash.
I say, when is he gonna give us some room? The girls say,
When Rosanne Cash released 7-Year Ache in 1981, it confused people. Synths in a country song? A drum machine? Some DJs refused to play it, unsure how to categorize it. Critics called it too urban.
You act like you were just born tonight, face down.
Columbia Records took a risk and almost regretted it. But Rosanne's smoky vocal and poetic lyrics gave it staying power. Slowly, it started spinning. It reached #1 and crossed over to pop charts, signaling a new sound in country: smart, modern, and female-led. What once puzzled listeners now inspires a generation of singer-songwriters, a risk that turned into a revolution. #1. He Stopped Loving Her Today by George Jones.
He stopped loving her today.
It's hard to believe now, but this masterpiece nearly didn't happen. In 1980, George Jones was deep in addiction. His label, Epic, thought his best days were behind him.
He said, I'll love you till I die.
And when they first heard He Stopped Loving Her Today, Jones hated it. Thought it was too sad, too slow. Recording it was a struggle, done in pieces with producer Billy Sherrill patching it together. At first, it stalled. Then the dam broke.
Kept some letters by his bed.
The song soared to #1, earned CMA Song of the Year, and became widely considered the greatest country song of all time. A flop? For a moment. But then it became legend. If you've enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like and subscribe for more country classics every week. And there you have it, 10 country songs from the 80s that proved you can't always trust first impressions. Some started slow, others were ignored, but each one rose from the ashes to claim its place in country history. Thanks for watching and for keeping the spirit of real country music alive with us. Don't miss our next video, 10 flop country songs from the 70s that unexpectedly turned into smash hits, because some hits just need the right moment. Until then, remember this: sometimes the songs that stumble end up standing tallest.